to others. And it is also understanding that when you pour out of yourself, you not only impact, you change lives. And so that's why it's called Change Network, because we're in the business of changing lives. And we can do that by education, right? Aren't you glad that you're educated? Aren't you glad you understand writing? Aren't you glad you have the ability to read and study, and you have understanding and be able to apply that knowledge so that you can equip yourself to go out here and make a resource and also turn around and hand back in here. So that's why we're here today. So I want you to applaud yourself. Give yourself a round of applause. Because you are very important to this mission. You are a key component in making this happen. And I do believe, because of the nature of human will and human desire, that we can accomplish it. We can finish the school, and we can know that children are being educated, that they're going to school every day, and they're having a teacher teach them every day, and that they're learning and taking that knowledge, not just themselves, but taking it back home to their parents and teaching their own parents. And also children who can't get to the school, they're teaching them. So I know that in this room, I know that we can make this happen. I am fully confident with that because we understand the power of education. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Sister Tina, and she's going to give us the purpose of a Change Network. And following her, we're going to hear from Annie Wright, and she is the president, and she's going to go forward and tell us a little bit about the founders and the executive directors. Please receive them in that manner. Hello, everyone. We're glad to have you today. And as Professor Smith already said, we are building a school. And with us here, we are going to make a difference. The school has been started in 2012. This is the completion of the school. So we know, as Professor has said, that all of us in here are capable to bring it to perfect completion. So the purpose of Change Agents is to help, is to change minds, change our hearts, and change the lives of individuals that are less fortunate. And again, we're not only doing this for the children, we're doing this for them to help others. So it trickles down. You know, we're building a school, we're doing many things other than building this school, but this is our first project, and it's coming to an end. So this evening is just a reminder of what the purpose of Change Agent is. We launched this organization here in October 2012, and then we started this building. At that time, we needed 12,000 blocks to complete the school and library with 14 classrooms. The cost to finish this project was $75,000. We have teachers to pay for, to pay their salary. We have to get furniture, we have to get equipment, we have to get tables and chairs to put in there. So today, we are pressing forward. We are moving forward. And for us to move forward, we need your help. So the purpose here tonight is to help finish this building. The purpose here tonight is to help finish the school in Lombard County so that we will impact children, those that are less fortunate, those children that are at risk. So without any further ado, I welcome you, and I pray and ask you all that you touch your heart, touch your pocket, bring them out, and so we'll be able to bring this building to a close. And I thank you.
introduction of the president will take place by Elisa. Elisa.
Okay.
So I was first exposed to Change Agent through Comfort at work. My own experience working and volunteering with orphans. We became best friends, and of course she just drew me right in, and won't let go. No matter how much I try. So, of course, getting to know Annie has been great too. It's been amazing to see people come and get to this point in their lives where they have this opportunity to give back, which is great. So Annie's been very fortunate to get a great education here in the U.S. And it's just amazing that these two wonderful social workers that I work with who got to go to Howard, and they've had this great opportunity to just move in this fabulous way that's going to give people their own personal agency to move forward with their lives. There are so many kids around the world that need that, and it is that thing that helps the most, helping people to learn how to help themselves down the line. So, without further ado, Annie, if you'd like to come on down.
You see like the light is like not showing the
I'm right here.
I want to pat on.
Say something about this beautiful picture. It's very hard to see right now. As we have turned it. Let me wait for other people to come.
What was this when it's wrong?
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Lisa, for that introduction. Our executive director couldn't be here today. Is that going to be I'm going to share the picture now. Our executive director couldn't be here today because he's with a team from Louisiana, and they are putting a foundation today for another school that a group of Liberians are trying to build, and also taking the women to our school to see how far we have done. That's why he's not here today. And he told me to tell the story about this wonderful man. You may not be able to see him clear. He has a baby in his hand. Can you all see the baby in his hand? Yeah. Okay, so this man, he from Liberia, Lofa County, in his school. He was born there, raised by his native parents. What happened to this young man? The American Liberians went to Lofa County in the 60s. And those days, they would have to look for young boys who really want education to follow them. So, but because he was the only child at that time with his parents, they won't let him go. So when his mother turned around, he ran through the back door and went to the American Liberian and told them, I want to go where you are. He said, have you been to Monrovia before? He said, no, but I want to go where you are because I'm not going to school. I don't know anything. I just want to farm and make my farm and come back. So I want to go where you are. So the people said, well, where are your parents? He said, I don't know where they are. So he jumped in the truck with the people and he went to Monrovia, like 3 or 4 days driving. So he got to Monrovia. He was so nice. The people decided to adopt him. They sent him to school and did everything for him. But he had a passion to go back home to the village and teach the people. But then he didn't know how, so he went back to his, we call it our foster parent, and told them, I want to join the army. Even though I'm a nurse now, but I really want to join the army. So we made a way for him, he joined the army. And when he joined the army, he became one of the top nurses there. But he was not still satisfied, so he told the people, can you buy me a bike? You may be a nurse, but you don't have the money. So the people bought me a bike. So So he told them that the only thing I want to do is to go in the villages and treat the people that are in the village. I don't want to stay in the city. So they would let me go because he was one of the top nurses in the military camp. So he ran again. he went to this village. When he got to the village, he met a young lady. This young lady was so sick that no medication in the village because the bike that his foster parent bought for him that was used to go in the village on the bike. So the lady was laying down, the little girl, she was like 12 years old, she was laying at the side of the house, the mother was crying. All the parents were crying because for the disease, cholera and malaria, everything, so they gave up on her. So when he got in the village, he treated the lady, she got better. When she got better, the people of those days, they had no money. They couldn't give you money. So they said, well, we don't have money. But if you can go and come back, she's going to be a little older, you can marry her. And he said, well, I'm not married, but anyway, okay. So he treated all the people in the villages, and he went there like twice. But the little girl was still growing up. So he left. He went back. Then they put him in jail because he went AWOL. But the person that put him in jail was his village that he went to treat. And the girl that he treated was his niece, who was the commanding general. So the man asked him, where did you go? He said, oh, I went to my wife in a village. He said, oh, that's my village. He said, oh, I've treated a girl and she's better. He said, what's her name? He said, her name is Mama. He said, oh, that's my niece. So they say, you know what, from today, go anywhere you want to go on your bike. We'll support you. So 2 years later, this man went back in our village. The people saw him, he treated all of them. All the little children, when they see him, he would treat them. That's how you see, one of the village is sitting right here with a little child with his stomach look like that and he's sick. But he went there and taking this picture. Okay, so this man, when he got there, after everything, they said, well, when you came the last time, you know, we never have money to give you. But right now, we have this girl to give you. And he said, well, I'm not married. He said, no, I'm not married, but I'm telling you, the woman was beautiful. Had this beautiful hair, and she was shy, and they did a traditional wedding. And he took this young girl to Monrovia, and they had 2 kids. And 2 years later, the other girl, she had a baby, and she passed away. And so he was left with just that one girl, and the child that he had before to raise as a single dad. Give it up to single dad. So anyway, he raised his children, but fortunately, again, he was going into a village to help people because this is why I'm so passionate about the school being built in his honor. Because this man never rested. Even though it happened to him, he still was going from village to village just to treat the people. So he was done, he left his children with another lady to go in the village. When he got to the village, like you see, when you go traditionally, you see an older person, no matter your education, if they're cutting grass, you have to put your stuff down and help them cut the grass. So he was helping this man, and he went to go treat his children, cut the tree, and he don't know how to cut tree much. But then the tree branched into another tree, and that hit him in the head. Ladies and gentlemen, he passed away. And the little girl thought, it's me. And my little girl is me. And that's why I'm so passionate about trying to build this school in his honor. It's me. My both parents are gone. And because of the work that he was so passionate about, education and treating people, that's why we're building a school in Lofar in his honor. So if you can find it in your heart, if you don't have it today, you can always go on our website and you can do it. So after the launching, I'm going to show you where the school is today.
Right.
So these are the people in the village. They know about him. And this is Mr. Eric Rower here. I team up with him and all these energetic people after the story of Mr. Eric. He will be here to talk his own story one of these days. He has a unique story. So that's the school. The school is almost finishing. Thank you all that went for the launching. And you did a wonderful thing. You stayed donating. And this is where the school is. These people are doing hard labor. Sometimes it's just $5 a day. But they won't mind because they want their children to go to school. So they will come and work. They will come and work for free. Because they just want to have the education that we have here today. So the school is, that's the road that goes to my village. The missionaries are going, but they can't even reach. The car is breaking down on the road. So how can I be, and Mr. Eric Woodward and I, we can be in this wonderful United States of America and not look back for the opportunity that they have given us. We can stay in this, stay here and close our eyes, but try to go home and do something. So please, you see the cars? They're trying to go up the hill to carry material. The UN, even the UN themselves are in a hole. They can't fix it. So, but that's the school. So if you find it in your heart, this is the school that we all trying to finish now. So they need windows, and then doors, and then bulbs, and then everything. These are the blocks there, and so if we can raise whatever we can to finish this school. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Our goal for the rest of the project is only 15,000 from 75 to 15. That's all that is left to put windows and doors for those that are not fortunate, like our children here. With all this said, if you guys can find it in your heart, open your heart. Listen is here. We all have stories. I'm originally from Sierra Leone, and I can tell you my story. But it does not stop here in Liberia, there. It does not stop here in the USA. It's global. We are pushing. We are going to make the deal. And I want to say God has called us to be the one to make the deal. And when the call comes in, or this call came in, we answer it because we know we have support from other people. We cannot do it alone. If I can do it alone, I cannot do it alone. Mr. Eric can do it alone. So this is what we're talking about today. We have a lot of things coming up. In this country, there are people, youth, that are here, aging from foster care. At 21, and they have nowhere to go. We're trying to get them here locally to help them. They are hurt psychologically, mentally, physically. They know nothing but three things, which you all know: alcohol, drugs, and sexual immorality. And we are committed to help those that don't have.
It says, giving not only builds character, it builds connection. When you give towards the completion of the school, you're connecting with that village. You're connecting with these young children. You're connecting. Even though you're here on state soil, and even though you're hundreds of thousands of miles away, across waters and valleys and so forth, you are still connecting. Because guess what they're going to remember when they go back home after having an education? They're going to remember the people who assisted in building the school. They don't maybe not know you, not by name, but they're going to know that you did it. And they're going to go to sleep knowing that somebody across the water cared enough for them to send resources over to to keep them educated and going forward so that then they can turn around and educate others. They're going to remember that. They're going to remember that somebody cared enough to give out of their resources to give back into them. Do you not know that in the States, we pretty much spend probably about $12 to $15 a day on caffeine? Caffeine. $12 to $15 on caffeine. That's a day. You understand? That's a day. So imagine that $12 to $15 that you're spending on caffeine a day that you can now put towards the completion of this school. It is worth the sacrifice. It is worth giving up one simple pleasure. Buy a carrot and keep it in your house and buy your own caffeine so that you can send that resources back and help them finish the school. It is that important. It is one of the things that the United Nations is trying and attempting to do is to get everybody educated in the world, but it takes money. Nobody wants to talk about the resources that it takes to make this happen. Everybody wants to talk about we can do it, but we can only do it when we're on one accord and when we are doing it together with our resources. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to think about what you can give. And I don't want you to think about any pennies. But I want you to think about a real number. Even if it's not something that tangibly you're able to accomplish right here in this room right now, but that you are able to accomplish. Because we're just in the month of April. So we still have over 7 months. So you can divide that by 7 months and make this happen. I believe in every last one of us in here. And I know that you believe that we can collectively do this. Do you believe that? Yes. Believe that? Amen. I don't think you believe that. Do you believe that?
Yes.
I believe with everything in me. One of the things that I also have in here is a quote. It says, some struggle to find purpose. Others purpose to end struggles. What is our purpose in here today? What is our purpose? Purpose to end struggle. That is our purpose. So I want you to make sure that when I come around and ask you for your help in making this work, that you are going to do your very best. And your best is just your beginning. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Your best is just your beginning. All right, summertime is coming in. A lot of people are going to take vacations. Everybody wants to go. Everybody wants to do. I have 4 kids. Believe me, they all want to do. There is never a dull moment in my house. Okay? We go from one avenue to the other, to the next, and to the next to keep them busy. But one of the things that I have encouraged them to do is they volunteer. They give up their time. And I make sure that they are volunteering, not only at church, but outside of church. Because I want them to understand that we are blessed. Can you say that with me? We are blessed. There is no doubt. We are blessed in this nation. Yeah, we have our issues, and yeah, we understand that. But irregardless, we go to bed safe. We wake up to ABC safe. We go to school. And we're transported to school, whether by parents or even whether by a bus system. But we're transported by school. We have teachers who are educated to teach us. They must be educated to educate us. We don't just have anybody coming into our school system. We have private school, public school, charter school. We have Catholic school. I mean, you have every school you could possibly think of here in the States. So we are blessed. And this village is just asking for, guess what? One school. Just one school. And right now, if we walk down the corners, we could probably see many schools. And all they're doing is asking us to help for one school. Okay? So we're going to move forward, but I want you to start thinking about your role in finishing this school. Because I think we can do it. And what is that website that they can go to? Is it www.canafrica.org? Please write that down. That's www.canafrica.org. www.canafrica.org. If you're not able to do it right now, I am also encouraging you to go online and make that pledge. And make sure that that pledge is going to them so they can complete this school so these young children can have a great education. I think we can. Can we?
Yes.
Amen. All right. So at this time, they're getting ready. You getting ready? Okay, we're going to move on. I'm flexible. All right, we're going to move on to our Christian rapper. I know him. All right, so we're going to move on and let you get yourself together. We're going to take a 1 minute, just 1 minute to refresh yourself, get something else to drink while he prepares himself to bless us in song. Amen? Amen.
Huh? You said what? You said what is it? What? Internet? Huh? Internet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I did.
My mom's thinking about that. I want to show you something.